So you guys know about the Curse of King Tut, right? Basically, the people who opened King Tut's tomb died mysteriously, allegedly from a mosquito bite or something. When I was in Egypt, we were talking about this, and our tour guide gave us a different perspective, which I thought was interesting. She said that King Tut died in an accident, right? And so they weren't expecting him to die. He was pretty young. And so they had to hurry up and get a tomb ready for him. Normally, these tombs took almost the entire life of the pharaoh to build. So they ended up just finishing up a tomb for like some higher official. It may have been a priest. Anyways. And they had to hurry up and finish it quickly. So they had to put a bunch of carvings in and paint the walls and all this because like he was getting mummified and it took some time. So they had a little bit of time, but it took a lot of time to hurry up and like get this tomb ready. So it was a small tomb compared to all the other great pharaohs' tombs, but it was still, you know, they tried to make it as beautiful and lavish as possible. And then they put the young boy pharaoh in there and they sealed it shut. And it was shut for a long, long time. And in that time, it was in the desert, right? So it was hot, it was humid, because all the paint had yet to dry. And so because the paint hadn't dried, because they were in such a rush, it created spores of bacteria in the tomb. So, you know, cut to 1922, and they find his tomb, and, you know, the archaeologist calls, you know, the guy who's funding his trip, and he's like, man, we found something big, you gotta get over here. And they bring cameras, and they're like, all right, we gotta look good for these photos. So they shave their faces, and, you know, they put on their best outfits, and they look good. So the photo op comes, they break the seal in the tomb, they fling open the doors, and when they do that, thousands of years of ancient spores come whoosh from the tomb right into their faces. But I mean, they don't really think anything of it because whatever. But those little spores got in the little micro cuts that they'd made in their faces when they were shaving, gave them some nasty stuff, and they all died. Hence, the Curse of King Tut was born.